Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi guys. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nurse Nyamouch and I am a new graduate from overseas, from Canada to be exact. And I'm living and working here in the UK as a registered nurse. Guys, I finally got my PIN. It's long overdue. It's been a year in the making, but I finally got it. So, cheers to that. Cheers. Look at me already embracing the English culture with a brew. It's actually coffee, so it's like a mocha-ish. So guys, how have you guys been? What's going on? I know a lot of you guys, or some of you guys, have been going through the process of becoming a nurse here. So how has that been? I know some of you guys have passed CBT, some of you guys have passed OSCE, or still doing, the planning for OSCE and stuff like that. So I hope that's all going well for you. I'm just coming on here really to give you guys an update of what has been happening. So basically, the NMC had given me the runaround. The runaround for the last year. But again, patience, a little couple emails sent here and there. Bit of frustration, but we got the PIN at the end. So the PIN finally came end of July. No, it was August, just before I started my new position. So let me check. Found it. So PIN finally came August 27th. Wow, that took forever. And I had passed my OSCE in May. So I finished OSCE. Actually, I even passed my OSCE in April. Yeah, so I finished OSCE, passed OSCE in April. And then I thought I was on the home stretch because whatever, they just need to check my health clearance. And then I'll get my PIN shortly after. And so, yeah, I got the runaround from the NMC because they said, hell no, you're not getting your PIN yet. And so not till August 27th, which was, I was a little bit grateful that it came before I started this new position, because that would have been another headache of itself to try and explain to these people why I can work as a staff nurse and the whole entire thing. So I'm very grateful it finally came. I'm finally practicing, and yeah, feels great. Very, very good. So what's happening with me? So I've moved. I've currently moved from where I was before to a different part of England. So I'm in Kent now. It's quite the different atmosphere-ish when I'm closer to London, so I'm now living my best London life. So in that of me moving, you guys, some of you know that I used to work on an orthopedic ward as a band 4. So now that I've moved, I'm now working in critical care, HDU, as a new graduate, HDU as a band 5 now. So how has that been going? It's been going great. I absolutely am loving it, and I couldn't be more happier in this position. It is a little bit scary in the sense that I am newly qualified, and there's a lot of connections I'm going to have to make in regards to understanding what's happening, or, the pathophysiology, or just everything, just making sure you understand and you're connecting why certain things are happening. So that's a lot of it that I'm going to have to go through, and I've been going through on my own. So coming back home, seeing something, we're using a vapotherm. So now I would go home and watch a video on vapotherms or understand a little bit on that. There's still quite a lot that I have to go through though. So that's been really good. It's been an amazing learning experience, and I've never felt so supported before in a work environment, in a learning environment, in anything. And from the minute I started work, I've just been accepted with open arms, and I've been welcomed. The educator has been so great in making sure that I'm doing what I need to do, or telling just helping me out throughout the way. everybody on the ward, from your sisters to like from your band sixes to your staff nurses, they've all been absolutely amazing as well in helping me and letting me be able to go up to them and ask them questions. It could be something as stupid as, I don't know, I don't know, okay? But it was just like stupid questions, and they're more than happy to help me. They're more than happy to show me the ways, and they don't see any of it as stupid questions. And it's so grateful to be in such a supportive environment because, like I said, I didn't really practice in Canada, right? So I graduated online here, came, and I was straight here, so never really had that. So the only experience I had was my experience as a band 4, and that was terrible. I absolutely hated that position, and yeah, it was just not the best thing. But anyways, that beside that, it's been really amazing, and I'm loving it. It was scary at first, when I was a band 4, I would go up to critical care, ED. I would go to all these different areas. I'd go to all these different areas just to like see what they're like and what is working was like there. And I fell in love with ED for the longest time, and I would do lots of bank shifts on the ED floor as band 4, sometimes as an HCA, but still like just the concept, because I didn't find that nurses and HCAs were very different in ED at the trust that I work at, just because, not in the sense that I'm like not giving the nurses of like whatever, it's just they're all valued at the same rate almost, and it's like they all do the exact same. There's only so many little differences that like you get some really good HCAs that are on top of their shit, and sometimes they could be better than some of the nurses, and you're like, and they know what they're doing, they know what what's happening and all that stuff. So I fell in love with ED for a long time, and when I fell kind of into critical care, I was a bit nervous because when I went up there working on COVID wards, it was like ventilators and all this stuff, and I was scared. I was like, oh my god. And even now, when it's crazy because the machines in critical care, and like how it's always alarming, there's always something, and it's something so silly or something very major, but it's always alarming. I would always be so terrified when something was alarming. And now it's like you kind of start to realize and you recognize what is it. Like you look at the screen, you're like, okay, that's fine. It's just alarming for whatever. Or you look at the screen, you're like, okay, shit, I need to do something. So it's kind of cool, like being able to understand that and being able to like not be so terrified, because I was, and I used to be so terrified. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm very grateful that I landed on here, kind of stumbled upon this position, but I am very, very happy, and I look forward. What I'm really excited for is being confident and to be, to see myself in a year's time. So maybe I'll come back to this video. Just to see myself in a year's time and see what change has happened and how much I've progressed and the confidence I have, because right now it's crazy. But oftentimes, I still find myself in that student mindset. And I'm like, no, Gift, you're being paid now. Or like, you're not a student. But it's okay if I'm a student in the sense where it's like I'm asking questions. People are teaching me. That's okay. But, I need to gain that confidence and be like, okay, this is my role. And obviously, it's going to take some time. The other good thing is, when I worked in my other trust, I used to have to drive 45 minutes to work every time I had to work. And it's just like, it was insane. Whereas here now, my new trust, I literally bike to work every morning. And it's an 8-minute bike ride. And I'm just like, the hill is freaking deadly as hell. Like, I'm out of breath. I'm drenched in sweat most times. But, it's 8 minutes. And I don't have to use my vehicle. And for those of you who are in England, when we had that fuel crisis, I was not touched because I didn't really go anywhere. So yeah, it's been great. I'm home right away. I'm there at work almost right away. Whereas before, I'd be done at 8. I wouldn't get home till like 8:45, or if there's traffic or whatever. If I got out slightly at 8:10, I wouldn't get home till 9. So it was just like, I was so tired by the time I got home. I'm still tired, but it's like not, like I still have a little bit of my evening kind of, maybe an extra 45 minutes, before I'm like passing out on the couch. But yeah, so that's really good as well. Like I'm loving how close it is to work. Again, when I say supported, the supernumerary period that I got here was amazing, and I'm still in supernumerary. So I've got 6 to 7 weeks supernumerary. A lot of them, what was annoying was that it was shorts and late, so like a bunch of 8-hour shifts. So one day, like last week, I worked literally Monday to Friday. Yeah, just short because of how short the shifts are. I had to be at the hospital more, which was fine because I only had to drive 8 minutes or bike 8 minutes. But now I'm in my last 2 weeks of supernumerary, and I've been upgraded to long days. Woo! So this week I'm going to be doing long days on Wednesday and Thursday, off Friday and Saturday, and then back in on Sunday doing a long day. And then the following week I'm being upgraded to nights. So I'll be doing my last week of supernumerary on nights. But 7 weeks supernumerary is absolutely crucial, and it's needed, it's needed. Like I still feel like I don't know a lot of things, and that's gonna come with time and continuing developing myself. But again, compared to my last dress, even though it was a band 4 position, but still I got 2 weeks supernumerary, but the whole entire time I just kind of shadowed people, or like, I didn't feel like I got that supernumerary position as much as I am now. And 7 weeks has been amazing to allow me to, work with various different people and see how some people do it differently. On about this. So all I'm saying is, yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited for this new journey. I'm working on it. I want to bring you guys along and just kind of show you how it is. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Let me know if you like these videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.